Audiobook Academy Biography presents Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner, a professional football player with the St. Louis Rams, led the team to victory in the Super Bowl and was named MVP. One of the most incredible comeback tales in sports history is Kurt Warner's football career. Warner, a 28-year-old no-name backup who had been passed over by the large Division I institutions while working the graveyard shift stocking shelves at a supermarket to stay in football shape during the day, shot to fame in 1999. He led a high-powered St. Louis Rams offense to a Super Bowl victory in his second full season in the NFL, and he was awarded MVP honors as a result. In the following decade, Warner led two other teams to the Super Bowl, won MVP honors, and threw for more than 200 career touchdowns. Childhood. Curtis Eugene Warner was born on June 22, 1971, in Burlington, Iowa, and grew up largely in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, as the younger of Gene and Sue Warner's two sons. Gene and Sue divorced when Curtis was 4 years old. Warner and his older brother Matt shared a home with their mother, who struggled to make ends meet by working multiple low-wage jobs at once. Warner had a difficult time establishing a bond with his mother's new spouse, whose 5-year marriage with Kurt's mother was tumultuous. In sports, Warner found a sense of belonging. Basketball, baseball, and football were his three favorite sports while he was at Regis in Cedar Rapids for high school. In his junior year, Warner was given the opportunity to call his own plays by his high school coach, who recognized Warner's on-the-field intellect. Professional career. In 1988, Warner had earned All-State accolades and a trip to Iowa's Shrine Bowl, a contest that pits the best players in the state against each other. He guided his team to victory and was awarded the MVP at the tournament. As a result of the lack of interest from larger college football schools, Warner wound up at the University of Northern Iowa in Cedar Falls, a Division I AA institution that wasn't exactly known for producing NFL players. Warner's initial enthusiasm for the college, where he majored in communications, and its football department, dimmed once he saw the campus. The quarterback was benched for the next 3 seasons after redshirting his first year. He contemplated resigning, but was persuaded to continue by his parents. Eventually, in the fall of 1993, Warner took over as the starting quarterback for the Panthers, guiding them to an 8-3 record, the start of the playoffs, and the honor of being named the Offensive Player of the Year by the conference. Brenda Mionio, a 25-year-old single mother of 2 young children, including a boy who had suffered a brain impairment as a baby, was a major influence on Warner's stay at Northern Iowa. Warner adopted his wife's children when he wed Brenda in 1997, and the two became inseparable. The couple has now had 5 more children, including twin girls born in December 2005. Warner's dream of playing in the NFL seemed unrealistic after he graduated in 1994, despite his senior season success. He didn't get drafted, but the Green Bay Packers brought him to training camp before cutting him just 5 weeks later. Warner, on the other hand, clung to his hope. This former collegiate quarterback quit his teaching job in Cedar Falls to work at a supermarket for $5.50 an hour and train at his old school during the day, telling anyone who would listen that he was going to be an NFL quarterback one day. Career in the National Football League. For the Iowa Barnstormers of the Arena Football League, Warner was requested to play. There, he set numerous passing records and finally got the attention of the struggling NFL team the Rams, which moved him overseas to play in NFL Europe in 1998. Once again, the league's leading pass catcher, Mark Warner, recorded eye-popping stats. Despite the Rams' dismal season, his work that fall earned him a spot on the 3rd string, where he stayed for the rest of the season. The next year, everything changed when the team's starting quarterback suffered a season-ending knee injury in late August. For backup, the Rams turned to Warner, who had impressed enough in training camp to secure the job. With 14 touchdown passes over 4 games, Warner had 2 more than the team had thrown all season long in 1998, just like in college. Football pundits, fans, and scouts were awestruck by the ascension of the quarterback, but also by how many scouts and coaches had overlooked the player's talent. According to Sports Illustrated's assessment, there is no way to define Warner's dominating pocket presence, his ability to release the ball just before the rush arrives, or the astonishing array of throws he can deliver with chilling accuracy. Warner and the league's most potent offense, nicknamed the greatest show on turf, raced to a 13-3 record and a Super Bowl victory with Warner throwing for a league record 414 yards and was named the game's MVP despite earning a pittance by NFL standards, $250,000. While many people believe that this season is the first time Warner has ever touched a football, the truth is that I've actually been playing football for years, but not at this level, since I never had a chance, he said in an interview with Sports Illustrated. You don't sit there and say, "Wow, I was shelving groceries 5 years ago, and look at me now," because that's just ridiculous. You don't give it a second thought, and if you do succeed, you'll know it has nothing to do with your good fortune. Throughout the next seasons, Warner demonstrated his worth, throwing more huge yards and touchdowns after signing a 4-year contract worth more than $46 million in 2000. 2 years later, he led the Rams to a second Super Bowl appearance, but they lost to Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, despite being greatly favored. In the same year, Warner won his second MVP title in the league. The off-scene. In a sport where many athletes are open about their religious beliefs, Warner stands unique. Most interviews with the born-again Christian center focus on the fact that he attributes his accomplishments and roles in his profession to God. The First Things First Foundation was founded by Warner and his wife Brenda in 2001. Even going out to dine is a generous gesture from the Warners. Kurt is frequently the one to pay for another family's meal. When Warner's kids decide which consumers to target, they don't reveal who paid their bill to them. It was a means for him to express his disgust for superstition and other practices that conflict with his Christian beliefs. Shifting affiliation. It was after the 2003 season that Warner was let go by the Rams because of injuries, costly turnovers, and the general breakdown of the team's talent. New York Giants signed him to a 1-year contract after trading for youngster Eli Manning in the spring. He didn't feel like his career was gone. The Giants wanted a seasoned quarterback to take the reins until a more promising youngster could step in. However, the Giants went on an 8-game losing streak as a result of Warner's poor performance with the team. The seasoned quarterback eventually found himself in the backup position. A hapless NFL team that had only made it to the playoffs once in the previous 22 years, the Arizona Cardinals signed Warner to a 4-year contract in March 2005. For the first time in his career, Warner took over the starting job from Matt Leinart, the Cardinals' 2005 first-round pick and a former USC standout. A powerful offense led by a 37-year-old Warner carried the team to a 9-7 record, the playoffs, and then an improbable Super Bowl run, where they fell to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 27-23. Warner threw for 377 yards and 3 touchdowns on the big stage, making him one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He explored joining with another team when he became a free agent in the off-season. However, he just missed out on a deal with the San Francisco 49ers before signing with the Arizona Cardinals for $23 million over 2 years. Despite being 38, Warner showed he still has a lot to provide. When a result, he became only the second quarterback in NFL history to tally 100 touchdown passes while playing for 2 different organizations, as he completed 24 of 26 passes in the season opener. A stunning 51-45 playoff triumph over the Green Bay Packers gave him one last chance to shine after leading Arizona to the NFC West title. Even though he had 1 year left on his contract, Warner announced his retirement in January 2010 to shut the book on his rags-to-riches pro football career. After that, he became an analyst for the NFL Network. 2017 saw him inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Thank you for listening in Audiobook Academy. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button for more content like this. See you in next video.